What's up, YouTube? Look, today we have just finished doing the yard, so I probably got grass blades and you can probably smell the funk coming through the camera. But today we're gonna install the SENDOW mini car dash cam and rear view cam into this guy's car. This is my boy. Y'all seen him in some other videos. This is Antoine Looseneck Jr.
That's not my actual name.
Anyways, this is Junior, man. We're gonna put this in his car. He's already got a screen in his car. We're gonna throw this dash cam in there, and we're gonna throw this rear view camera in there because I don't want him backing into like small children and animals as he does his stuff
not
out
again.
there. Yeah, because man, you be you be getting some good curve action, don't you?
I sure do.
That's going forward. So imagine what he's doing when he's going backwards. Anyways, let's go ahead and open up these things. Let's talk about let's talk about this dash cam first. All right, got the camera right there, all wrapped up, nice and pretty. Got some accessories. Let's look at the accessories first. All right, so I'll bring them up there. I know the camera's kind of far, but right here we have this is your window mount. So you got a suction cup right there, and this. Let me see. This is some kind of lever. Okay, so it's a locking mechanism. Basically, when you put it on your window, you turn that locking mechanism like that and it sucks it up on your window. Then you got a nice swivel mount right there with your connection pin, so it is detachable and you can swivel it whichever way you want to. So I like that. Let's put that right there. Don't want no nasties to get on there. And then we have, what is this? This is, oh man. Yep. Why do dash cams still use mini USB? This is mini USB, not micro. Mini USB. You do get a cable included in there. I would like to start seeing at least micro USB in the in some of these dash cams. And then you get your. So this is so you can hardwire it. So if you're using your cigarette lighter, you can actually use this. This should light up, and then you can open this back panel up right here. You can actually plug your phone into that side. That way you don't have to take up your cigarette lighter and not be able to charge your phone.
That's neat.
Yeah, so you can actually charge your phone while you're using your dash cam if we don't hardwire it. I'm not sure if we're gonna hardwire this or not, so we'll see. But it's a super long cable, so you can run this all through your car. Oh, that's all the accessories you get. Now let's open up the camera. Okay, so all right, it's got a nice soft touch feel to it all over the camera. There you got your sensors right there because it does have the nighttime visibility. Got some speakers and microphones all over the place. 1080p full HD. They're your connector pins, so you can slide it up against your window like that. And you got this massive, what is this, like a 2-inch screen? That is a massive screen right there. Let's see here. Got some buttons for your interface here. You got your power. That's a reverse and a forward and a menu or multitask button or something like that. And then we have a camera shutter button, and then, I'm sorry, video shutter button. Then we have a camera for a snapshot shutter button right there. Then let's open up this little panel right here next to the mini USB. Open up that little panel right there. You got a slot for an SD card and also a mini HDMI cable right there. So that's that. Close that up, keep it nice and tight. And let's look at some specs. 150-degree wide angle view. Let me see here. Oh, a built-in G sensor. So if you hardwire it and leave it running, somebody bumps into your car, it's actually going to lock the footage as it's recording. Loop recording, super night vision. We saw the sensors on there for that. Got time-lapse capturing, all kinds of goodies, man. But let's go ahead and put this to the side so we can open up this rear view camera. That shouldn't be too much to see. Let's go ahead and open this box right here. Move this to the side. Because man, we got a whole lot to do. We gotta basically strip that car down. Okay, there's not a lot in the box here because this is a simple setup. It's just a rear view camera. So you got, what is that? No, it's not the camera. Okay, you got some 3M tape, and that's for the back of the camera to mount it. You actually screw it on there. This is actually some screws, but then you got some 3M tape to make sure it's nice and secure on your trunk or your license plate. Then you got some really long cable. Let me see here. You got, Lord knows how many feet that is plenty to wire in your car. But you got your video cable right here. And this looks like a power cable right here. Wait, whoa. Okay, so this red and black has got to be the power. What is this red one? Okay, yellow is always video. So this plugs into the remote wire for your car stereo, I believe. And then this one goes into the video input. and that sends the signal to this video output or video input. And then this little red wire, I don't know what this is for, but obviously this red and black cable is for power. And we're going to find out what this red wire is right here. But it goes into the back of, okay, yeah, it plugs right into the back of the camera itself. I don't know, it's some type of power signal source. We'll figure it out as we go along. But here's the camera right here. I'm not going to take that little sticker off because I don't want to damage the lens before we even get it on the car. But there's your lens right there, tiny little device, and there's your mounting bracket. You got your screw holes right there, and then you can actually adjust it up or down and then tighten the screws right there. So let's go ahead and get this thing plugged up. Okay, just to run a quick little test before we actually do anything permanent here, I'm going to go ahead and connect this. It says reversed because that's the reverse wire. So when the car goes in reverse, the stereo will interrupt whatever's going on. And this is the blue wire that goes into the video input. I'm sorry, this is the yellow wire that goes into the video input. And this is the blue wire for the power to the reverse. So blue and purple. I'm going to twist these together for now before we do anything permanent with a terminal clamp here, just to see if it works. Now, let's go ahead and tuck that back in there and make sure we don't touch any wires together. Now let's go ahead and put it in reverse, see if it works. And we have a connection. And it works. Wow, it's got those lines too. Okay, let's clean this up so we can take this on a little road test. Okay, so we're getting ready to power this thing up. I've taken the covers off. I put in an 8 gig memory card because I didn't have a 32. It says it only supports up to a 32 memory card. If you put anything above a 32 in here, it might not function properly. So remember, up to a 32 gig memory card. Down here, I've got it plugged into the cigarette lighter, but you can plug it directly in right here, or if you can look at the mount real quick, it actually has a power input there. So you can leave this plugged in up on your windshield, just like this, just like that. And these pins right here, that's your power. So you can plug it in and detach it as you need to, and you don't have to keep unplugging it every time you're done with it. So let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and do it like this. Let's plug it in the right way. There's a lever to bring it back out, and then you slide it back in. It's a lot easier if it's connected to a window. Anyways, let's power this thing on. So let's turn on the car. And immediate power, and oh, that beeping noise is killing me. All right, so immediate power and immediate recording. It is recording as we speak. All right, so let's go through some settings. All the buttons are down here. That way, when it's on the windshield, you can actually just tap them with your thumb. So let's hit this. Let's hit is there a stop? Maybe that's stop. Okay, it says 1080p, full HD. And then let's cycle through some settings, see what happens. All right, so this looks like maybe a camera mode. I see a little camera right there. So let's hit that camera button. Okay, so we can go through the resolution. Okay, so we got all your different resolutions right there. Cycle through them. But let's go ahead and select this 12 megapixel. Got your date stamp. I don't know what the back button would be to get out of these menus. I'm just kind of playing around with it. But it looks like you got time and date, license plate number set. Wow, okay, I don't know what that is. Another stamp, auto power off, screensaver, beeping sounds to turn them off, frequency, exposure, format the disc, default settings, and some little info about the camera itself. All right, so let's just do what we're supposed to do. I'm only going to give you some road footage of this thing as we cruise through the neighborhood. We're going to test out the rear view camera just to see how good the footage is there, and we're also going to test out the front view camera, or the dash cam I should say, to see how good the footage is there. Okay, real quick, right here, when you see this little camera right there, if you press the little video camera, that actually takes a quick snapshot. Okay, you can hear that snapshot sound. So if we hit the camera, we get back into settings. So let's hit that camera again to get out of there. Let's hit the mode button, and then it takes you to see all of your pictures that you've taken. There's a lot of pictures of my steering wheel here. More pictures of the steering wheel, and then we have the video camera setting. So now if I press it, it actually starts recording footage. So let's stop. And then Yeah, then we're back into the camera. Okay, real quick, before we go on our cruise, I just figured out something else. So while I'm recording video, if you hit the camera button, it actually takes a snapshot while you're recording video. So that's pretty fly. So if you're recording video, you see something crossing the street or see something going on, you just want to take a quick snapshot, bam. Hit that little camera button, it flashes right there. Let me hit it one more time. Watch right there. That's too close. Right there. All right, did you see the button pop up? There you go. Okay, let's go ahead and test out that backup camera. I think I've got it aimed pretty good. We're in reverse. It says check surroundings before backing up. I see my lines right there. Let me just start traveling backwards. All right, I don't understand why that's still there. It's obstructing my view, but at least the camera is working. Maybe I have to go into some software stuff and get that to go away, because that is obstructing my view. All right, so now let's get into drive. Let's turn on this dash cam right here. Let me turn on the power. It does have automatic shut off, so if it's not recording anything, it will turn itself off. Let me go ahead and aim that. Real quick, I want to just demonstrate how you can just take this thing off. So right now, if I pull this little button back, let me tighten it up. So if I pull the little button back and pull it off of there, it is detached. And it's still on because it has a capacitor in there or a small battery, and it'll keep recording just for a few seconds, and then it'll shut off. But you can see the little battery right there, and then it just shut off. But now, if I go ahead and plug it back in, it turns on and it starts recording immediately. You see the little record right there. So let's take a trip. All right, so I'm not sure if this thing is actually recording sound or not. I guess we'll see when I look at the footage. But we're gonna take a little trip around the block just to see how everything works out. Let's get this aimed on the road. So far the screen looks fine as far as looking at the screen. I'm just not sure if it's recording any audio. So the audio you're hearing right now is either going to be from this camera or the camera that's shooting the video. But looks like everything's recording okay. Okay, there you have it. You got the SENDOW rear camera. So the rear camera actually looks pretty good on the screen. And I like the fact that it has those lines in it. That way you can kind of line yourself up. Works really well. Plug and play pretty much. The only hard part was taking your car apart to actually run the wires and everything. As far as this dash cam though, I do like the mount. I like that it swivels all over the place. Gigantic screen, and the screen display is okay. It's just okay. But I do like the fact that you can actually hardwire this thing and leave it up in the window, and then when you want to take the dash cam off, you just hit this little lever right here and you can just dismount it and then go pull the footage off. Remember, once again, it only takes up to a 32 gigabyte card, so you're limited there. But the footage, I guess we're going to see how that works out. I ain't no expert in this kind of stuff. I'm just doing reviews, so let me go ahead and put this back in the car and I'll see y'all at the next one.